SourceFedNERD, the show where we talk about all the superhero TV shows, movies, news, whatnot. I'm Sam Basher, replacing Matt Lieberman. We have Maude Garrett. Hello. And we have DJ Wooldridge.
Hey.
And a special guest today, Rahul Kohli from iZombie. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
You may
How are
recognize
you?
him as Dr. Ravi Chakrabarti, who is the morgue operator. What's it?
No, that's
Medical examiner.
There we
there you
go.
go.
Yeah.
Yay.
I don't know why I
The
just
morgue.
decided to not answer it.
see what happens.
Yeah, see if she can figure it out.
From iZombie, and of course the finale just happened a couple of nights ago, so we're going to go into detail about the first episode.
We're going to talk about the episode. We're going to talk about some news, some things that we're excited for this year, superhero-wise. And also, guys, don't forget, this is on YouTube and on iTunes, so please head over to iTunes, rate and review. We like it when you do that. I like to read those comments when I go to sleep at night. Makes me feel better
Wow,
about my
look
job.
at all these comments at the moment.
Oh, and
Ravi,
also,
Ravi, who's that sexy guy in the middle? It's Maude.
but to kick it off, guys, what were your thoughts on the finale of iZombie?
I loved it.
Yeah? Yeah?
Best show on
What was
TV.
your favorite part?
They were the ones that took place in the morgue.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Really?
usually. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Can I say you look good in your Vertigo suit?
Oh, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
the episode prior.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the is it Jimmy Stewart?
Yeah.
The Jimmy Stewart
Got
one.
suited
I wanted
up.
that fedora or the hat, but they were like, no.
Were you able to keep the suit?
No.
Oh,
I wouldn't have anyway.
Are you-
It wasn't what I'd wear.
Oh, okay. That's
Not
fair.
your normal attire.
I like something that shows off the hourglass.
Oh, I'm very curvy too, so I like to show that off when I go to the
Are you a
clubs.
fedora guy? I've noticed some fedoras work for some people, but not for me.
I've never really rocked it.
Never tried.
I might try now.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
I have a fat head, so I can't wear hats. But this episode, I kept freaking out because I was watching in my room, and I live with 3 other dudes, and I tried to be quiet, but I couldn't not freak out.
The
And
noise is like, oh,
Yeah,
oh,
like-
from your room.
yeah, like when the Flash finale, I didn't act like an adult during that. But yeah, no, this was a solid episode. There's a lot of emotion, a lot of drama, and a lot of cold nipples. So,
There are a lot of cold
Overall.
nipples.
Mon, what'd you think?
Well, he was in a freezer.
Yeah.
Look, we have been saying on this show, and this is not because Rahul's here at all, but we've been saying that this show is going from strength to strength every episode. I find myself, again, yelling at the television a lot because I'm so invested in these characters and these people. And I, you know, in a finale, there's going to be a cliffhanger or there's going to be like a wow moment and what the hell's happening. I felt that kind of happened in the episode before, and that was like,
Yep.
whoa, Major was just kidnapped, and, you know, we don't know what's going on with this, the cure. Well done.
Oh, cheers.
Smart cookie. You know, I think that there was like for this one, you know, and the brother just went into the butcher's
Yeah, I
place
applied
and
for the job, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and I was like,
the brother has the
Peyton
worst
ran away?
timing.
and Peyton ran away.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Does the brother
Oh,
have the
Peyton.
worst timing in the show of all the characters?
He may do, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like AWOL for a lot of it, and all of a sudden, hey guys.
Yeah, they're ruthless.
Yeah.
The other thing that happened though was the bashing. Remember that was quite a really brutal, violent fight scene. And I kind of
Yep.
felt like I was screaming a lot, and there's a lot of tense.
He's
The
dead,
first
right?
kill.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah,
He's dead. Okay, I was a little confused. There's that security footage in the middle of the episode. I was like, wait, did they save him? Did they bring him back? Also, big fan of that CEO. I'm blanking on the actor's name.
Steven Weber.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's great. I'm excited for
very
season
good.
2 to see him.
So
I'm
he's
interested to
become
see-
the bad guy.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm also, with Blaine still around, cured, human again, I'm interested to see how his plot line intersects with the Max Rager plot line. I want to see those two bad guys meet.
Yeah. me
Yeah.
too.
Yeah, because I don't think they'd like each other at all.
Yeah, it would definitely be interesting, and I think we'd all get a treat because those 2 actors, like David Anders and Steven Weber, I think that'd be an incredible scene.
Well, they're both power hungry. So one controls a huge organization, and the other one's controlling a zombie organization where he gets a lot of money, and he's got his thugs, and it's a fully operational system happening there, where you get the money, you give the money, you get the brains. So I think that they kind of are so similar that's why they would repel each other. But you're right. Now that Blaine is going to be cured, he said something. He's like, "Oh, you've really kicked the pooch now." And I was like, "What does this mean?" Because he knows that if he's not a zombie, that it's all going to fall apart. He didn't give me enough of a.
He didn't. When I watched that, the show stopped being fun for a second and got real, and I was like, oh wait, there's like these are zombies. Like these are actual like real zombies. They're gonna kill people and eat their brains. And like at that moment, I was like, oh, we got to stop joking for a second, just for
Yeah,
a second,
Blaine-
for this in this fictional world.
Yeah, Blaine created an ecosystem that he's the center of.
Yes.
He created. It reminds you that having a drug dealer become a zombie is probably the worst thing that could have happened because he's good at making people dependent on what he sells. And so he's the only one that knows.
Yeah, it's very lucrative business as well. I'm just reading a comment here from Isabella Lamprey who said Max Rager guy is a zombie. That makes a lot of sense, but it also it kind of contradicts the scene where they're seeing Psycho guy with the propeller head.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sebastian.
They're seeing Sebastian kind of freak out and they're like, here's a zombie and there's another zombie coming in. Wow, this will be exciting. And he's talking about zombies as if he's just learning about it as well for the first time. So that's why I don't think he is.
Yeah.
But then again, they cover it up so well now by getting spray tans and dyeing their hair that you just don't know anymore.
Yeah, Liv's the only one that does not know that spray tan exists.
No, speaking of spray tans and like hair dye and whatnot, when
Major got a little bit of a grey
did. A
little
streak.
rogue blonde thing, that was kind of cool.
It
That
was
got me
like Rogue
worried.
and X-Men. Maybe that's why I was so aroused.
Huh.
It was,
I mean, I was a little like
Yeah.
Every week.
he's very good looking.
Overall, what was your highlight for the episode?
Well, I felt a little anticlimactic when Major was not only turned, because that kind of happened really quickly, like a little slice of the neck, and then cut to he's a zombie and he knows all about it, and it's like he's obviously really pissed off that Liv's made the decision for him and that she's been lying to him for months.
It was kind of romantic, though. In a way, he was just like, it wasn't like she bit him. It wasn't like anything.
You like vampires, don't you?
No,
You
I
think
don't like
vampires are
I'm not
sexy.
one of those. I'm not one of those. No, no biting. But it was like just a little, and then he was saved. They saved the character.
He made a great point, though. He goes, did you save me so that I could be with you and for selfish reasons? Or did you save me because you thought that this is what I wanted? Because if that's what you think, you're wrong, bitch.
Yeah, and also, what would have happened if she called 911, you think? I
It
people
wouldn't have gone
survived
well.
Gunshots.
Why did the detective...
Well, he was stabbed, wasn't he?
He was stabbed, that's right. But people have survived.
But then I guess how would she would have to dispose of the bodies because he massacred everyone.
That is true. He was very good at killing all those people in there.
That
How great
was
was the scene when he
amazing.
ran
My
her head
favourite.
into the meat cutter?
Yeah, that was. I mean, that whole sequence, like they were referring to it as the Travis Bickle taxi driver thing while we were doing it. Like, I obviously wasn't there, but that was like my highlight. And the music choice by Rob Thomas to have De Commissar, I think it was called, the 80s.
A lot of
funk.
good music
It was
choices
great.
this episode, yeah.
Hold on. Does everyone know the opening music? Because I get stuck in my head all the time now.
Oh, the opening. No, I
Yeah.
pulled Will in.
It's the only
only show I watch the theme every time. Usually shows I fast forward through, and this one's
There's
like, nope.
there's a couple. iZombie I do,
Yeah.
and True Detective I did.
True
I
Detective-
loved the song.
But that's
Speaking
like a
of True
5-minute
Detective,
long intro.
Those-
So long.
I would sit through
But
it
it's
every time.
fantastic. Those guys also made the intro to Daredevil, which we watched the
that's
whole thing,
great.
and we watched
Yeah,
the
yeah.
whole. Every time
Yeah.
the episode came up, we watched the whole thing.
Worst one, Sopranos. Don't know why.
Yeah.
My favorite TV show. I couldn't sit through the intro.
Yeah,
It
it's a
would
little,
always-
it's a little rough.
Ms. Sadami says, hey, Raul, what's your favourite scene or episode to film?
It would be.
Get those questions in, by the way. You guys are asking.
It would be the pilot, and it was my first scene where Ravi's eating cereal over a corpse, because that scene was my first day, and it was and I had more dialogue in that first scene than my entire on-screen career previous to that in 8 years.
Wow.
So, and then I still had another 10 pages after that. But that day meant so much to me. It was the day that Rob and Diane and everyone kind of sighed and was like, it worked out because I was cast of tape and they were nervous to have me. And
wow.
Yeah, and DC were there that day as well.
Hold on, so
and
the first time they met you was on set?
on set.
Wow.
The day before, and they found out I was 6'4". It hadn't, for some reason, it wasn't translated to them that I was 6'4".
Isn't that on your sheet?
Yeah, but they just never noticed.
Read
It's a weird
it,
thing.
or-
They just didn't assume it. And then when I got there, there was a bit of a panic. So Rosie was put in heels, and so was Malcolm. Sorry to tell everyone.
Oh, that's cute.
No, well, they had to lift because I'm so big, and like everyone had to get lifted up. Everyone.
Malcolm, what is he, 5'8"?
Yeah, he's not short at all. But
No.
next to me, like, no, honestly, if
Look
you
around.
What?
We're all tall here. 5'8"? It's a little short.
It's not short.
I didn't say he
That's
was
normal.
5'8".
We don't know what
You said he was
normal
5'8",
people
and then said he's short. No, he might be 5'9".
We don't know.
But anyway, yeah, everyone had to get built up. But that day, my first ever day, they thought, all right, new actor, we'll give him 10 plus pages, and we'll give him, and DC were visiting, and Chris Robertson and his wife, Alison, and his daughter, the original writer of the comic, was also watching.
good.
How'd that feel?
Like, it was the best thing because it was kind of like, you get on your A game because you're shit scared and you're worried about it, and like it just put me into overdrive, and it was like a baptism under fire.
Wow.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Cool way
that
to
was my first
describe it.
day.
We had another question. Sorry, here it is. Yeah, Jack Thorne. It was like, what is it like? What is the zombie makeup like for your fellow actors? Yeah, what is the process? And Thomas, no, I won't. Sorry.
What was he asking?
He wants to marry me.
Oh, come on.
Okay, fine, Thomas.
No,
let's do it. Let's do it.
Just Thomas, no.
No. How dare you?
Well, I have it on my ring finger. I've got a little skull, and I think that says it all. I want to marry a zombie one day.
But he's cured.
He's cured.
Oops.
Which, by the way, Liv clearly was not paying attention. Don't make decisions for me.
Yeah.
Here's another.
I know, as he's waking up.
Anyway,
That's true, actually.
but they asked you a question.
Oh, what's the zombie makeup like? It's all right, I guess. I mean,
How's it will go? Process.
the process. I think it's. I mean, it depends. With Rose, she wears long sleeves, so she gets airbrushed from like, I guess whatever's showing basically. So from the chest up, she's airbrushed, and her hands are done. But it's the wig. I think for her, that wig after like a 10-hour day.
Yeah.
And her hair, like
That
you see her, like
collapse.
we were all in the makeup room, like, and I'm, me and the boys, we're just like
No.
taking off a little bit. She's got like her hair's like sat back, and like you can see the pain on her face when you push the hair the other way. Yeah, I think the wig is the airbrushing's fine, like that doesn't take a lot, but it's the wig.
Jeez.
Yeah,
I'd like to
that's
imagine
painful.
her talking to any other zombie on that show when they come in and they're doing makeup like you do, and you're like, "Oh, you're a zombie? Okay. You don't have to deal with the wig and the bear. Okay, cool. That's great."
We have a tweet from @DVTM. He writes, "Love the show. Aw, man, Raul, boy, you rock. Just don't get bitten. Like, please."
I did.
You did get bitten by the rat. That was
did.
very
Yeah, that
stressful.
was-
I'm not gonna lie. It's weird talking to you in person because in the show it's like, "No."
I remember my parents. I watched the episode with my parents in London, and when I didn't tell them obviously, and they freaked. I was sitting right next to them. And they were like,
Yeah.
and I was like, "What? What do you want me to say? It's fake." Yeah, I ate rats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
it wasn't
handled
worth
it a lot.
You're phobic of rats almost, and you had to handle
Well,
them.
you know why? It's because
Shredder.
I'm a London
no,
boy.
Splinter.
Splinter's cool though. No, I'm a
Splinter's
London boy, and like rats jump out of like bins,
Wait,
and like we have rats are different in London.
They
are
jump?
the size of cats. They're aggressive. I remember I stamped once on the floor, and it ran towards me instead of running away.
Oh,
when
that
it
you
was.
stamped on one.
Oh no! Like
I was like,
one was on the
whoa.
path.
trying to scare it off.
One was on the path. I stamped my foot to try and create some. No, it went for me.
It charged you.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, how do you feel about handling rats?" I was like, "I'm not gonna."
Yeah.
Oops.
So they made
Funny
up this
joke, no.
idea to give me oyster shucking gloves. That's because I wouldn't touch them, and I was like, "No, I'm not doing this."
That made so much
That
sense.
it does
So-
because it never made sense to me how it bit through the gloves, and now I'm realizing it wasn't written that you had those gloves, and they still had to have the bite happen anyway.
They still had to have the bite happen,
Yeah.
but I think it's like they were implying that zombie strength. That was
Yeah.
how, because I think it bent
Penetrate.
through the cages, right? That's
It
how
did.
it got out.
That's a good point. And then
So-
also her scratch on Major was like, how sharp are her?
Yeah,
legs?
they've got like they get. I mean, I think it kind of happens with season, like with your first season, you're testing powers and you're creating your
Yeah.
own science that then the next seasons you'll live by.
Yeah.
So
Very
we're still
cool.
perfecting it.
That's really cool.
Lily Lee and Nathan Hancock kind of excited about the brains here. Lily's saying, "What are the brains made of?" And Nathan's saying, "What do you use for the brains?
We
And have you eaten them?"
we actually talked about it on the show that they kind of look good.
It's
I wasn't there.
gelatin. It's coconut gelatin, coconut flavored gelatin.
That
You
makes
tried
less
it,
appealing.
right? You had to.
I tried it much later for some reason because I wasn't interested. I like M&Ms,
No.
so I'm always eating like I'm snacking there, and then I never want to eat her stuff. It looks to me it looked. The first pilot was a different recipe, and she would spit it out. It was disgusting. Then they were like, "Hey, we're back for a season, and also we've perfected the recipe." By then, I was like, "No, I
Yeah.
associated her like
Yeah.
all the time." But I tried it, and it's,
I went to a restaurant the other day where they actually served brains, and they brought it to the
What?
table, and I couldn't do it.
What?
I
Where'd you go?
I think it's because of the show.
I would have done it. I would have done it. I would never have done it before the show, but now I would have done
Yeah,
it.
I'm the
maybe give it a shot.
opposite. I would have maybe given it a go, but now that I've seen iZombie, I'm like, I'm good.
Speaking of unappetizing things made to look appetizing, Hannibal's back on TV.
No.
And
Nope.
that
No.
makes people look so delicious.
No.
what?
Stop.
Yeah.
Holy
I haven't watched it.
shit.
A lot of people haven't watched it, and if you haven't, check it out because it's fantastic.
No.
It's
Wait, I'll
shockingly
watch
good.
the show, but what?
Yeah, hey, I'm just saying, spoiler, Izzard eats parts of his leg, and I get it.
Sorry, someone just said
Okay.
they really liked me on Lost.
You were great.
Huh.
Thank you very much.
Someone else, again, we're going through these comments so fast, but I did see a glimpse of if you could have played someone else on the show, who would you have liked to have played?
Babino.
Yeah, nice.
Babino.
Detective.
Yeah, I envy. Well, Malcolm. Like I like a challenge, and I think Malcolm has the biggest challenge on the show aside from Rose. He carries the procedural element. He does a lot of exposition, and
I
it's.
think he smiled twice in 13 episodes as well.
Yeah. And like, I've always wanted to be a cop anyway, but he does it so well because that stuff can be so exposition heavy, but he makes it interesting, and Babino.
Okay.
Really cool. He makes me want to buy a leather jacket really bad.
He does rock the leather as well.
He does. It looks really
He does.
cool, but I don't. I can't wear it. I tried really hard. I'm too skinny. I have like dad bod, so when I tried it on, I'm like,
No, I'm
I
not
already
gonna-
look like I'm going through a midlife crisis. So oh well.
Yeah, a little
But
bit.
overall, what was your favorite episode from everybody of the season?
Of the season?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, come back to me in a minute.
Come back to you
Yeah,
in a
somebody
minute.
else give me a second to think about it.
What was the episode that we're all watching in the chill room and I screamed?
That was a hallucinogen one. When Liv ate the brains of the
With the
guy
leather
from
man.
the mental hospital.
And that's the one
Yeah.
where I went,
Yeah, I think that was my favorite too because it played with me so
Yeah.
much during that entire thing. That was great.
You know what I'm going to say? And I don't know if it's my favorite,
Uh-huh.
but it sticks out to me, was where we were first introduced to Max Rager. Because with the skydiving people.
5.
Yeah, because I feel
What's
like that's
his
when the
name
show
again?
really
Lowell,
started.
Tracy.
again,
James.
very good looking guy.
We get introduced
no
to
ugly
Lowell.
people on set, are there? Like, at all?
Yeah. No, I'm joking.
Oh, I didn't realize I
No,
paid
it's
your
a
compliment.
beautiful
It's a
set of
CW
people.
show.
That's true.
Have to be very,
Cast and crew. Everyone's lovely.
That's good to know.
So, DJ, that
That's on my crew.
episode...
It's just because it started to open up the world. Like that's where I feel like the show started becoming bigger.
Mhm.
And so that episode sticks out to me.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a turning point for the show.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think it's either the one where she eats the mental patient's brains or the alcoholism one. I thought that was really fun. That was a
Oh,
fun
yeah,
twist. And
dealing
also
with
you
it.
met crazy guy with the
Oh,
blood
yeah.
flicking
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Oh,
That was like this new level
yeah.
of insane henchman guy that it took me by surprise, and it was great. It was a great touch, and also running him over with the boat was
Yeah.
just a nice touch too.
What-
With
So,
the bloodied water coming out.
It was pretty
I
cool.
still feel like they let go of him too early. I think
I-
Sebastian would have been
Yeah.
great.
But yeah,
No.
they did. I mean, Matthew, he was amazing. It's one of those things though, like you're brought in to do a 2-episode arc or whatever, and if you kill it as hard as he did, it's not like they
Because he died twice.
He did die twice. Yeah,
Like,
he just.
he killed it so
He
much
was
that
so good. I
died
mean,
again.
hindsight's great. Like, obviously, we've had so many. Like the guy who played Scott E.
Oh, he was
who-
great.
Yeah, the one who was like zombies, man. Like,
Oh,
they
yeah, yeah.
loved him. We all did. He was great, and
Next minute, he's dead in a bathtub.
he's dead in buffed. It just happens. It's just one of those things. And Tim, who played AJ, the triad leader,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
big
from
gamer,
way
big
early
nerd,
on. Yeah.
amazing guy. He played like the Blue Dragons.
he was the leader, right?
Yes,
He
yes.
got
Blue Cobras, sorry.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep,
he
yep.
was the leader.
Yep.
Again, another actor who we all fell in love with.
Yeah.
By the way, my favourite episode is the Two Brains one, Stoner Cheerleader.
That was great, too.
I liked
Something
him breaking
else
up the
I'm saying.
format. I'm talking about it like I'm not in it. Like I like the show how they changed up the brains and we didn't just have one and Rose got to
Well,
do
it's
both. That
Great,
was
because
fun.
she was like, I need to focus and be up.
Yeah, and she was using them to steer her and stuff. I
Yeah.
liked that.
I thought that was clever because you haven't really done that.
Yeah.
It was a cool way of like seeing how she interacts with her roommate because Peyton wasn't used as much during the season. So like also when they have to mix up how she eats the brains, the Mexican hot chocolate was a nice touch.
Yeah.
On a completely
that.
unrelated, like whatever kind of casual question. Who's your favourite character?
Oh, he's
Where,
fishing.
is it
joking.
we?
You don't know
No,
that.
you're not, actually.
Someone else should answer first.
Oh, Major.
No, Then.
I'll cop out, and I like the fact. I feel like this show uses its characters really well because it's set up in the first few episodes where it's lighter. It really means you like everybody.
Everyone.
And then the back half of the season punished you for liking them so much because things got really heavy.
That is a cop out.
Yeah, even in the roommate Peyton, and her little brother who don't show up that often. They use that well because you're worried about Ravi or you're worried about Babino or whatever, and then these characters that mean something to Liv pop back in at the worst times. You're like, oh no, I wasn't even thinking about that.
I mean, there's this one guy. He's like on a couple episodes. There's Ravi. He was pretty cool. I don't want to bring it up. It's weird. But no, yeah, that was. I think okay, I feel awkward talking about this now. Yes. I connected with the character.
I wish I know.
Nerdy.
Yeah. It's all getting uncomfortable.
I think I even wrote down my favorite quote, which I'm trying to find here.
You wrote down a quote?
Yes, I did. Souls that need reaping, dungeons that need looting. And I wrote next to it, this speaks to my soul. So my favourite moments are between Dr. Ravi and Major when they're living together at home and all they want to do is game.
#Rager.
So
that's our ship name, apparently.
Oh, yeah, Rager.
That's cute.
Rager. So
really
you two
is like
combined.
The best friend. You're the best friend to Liv, and you're the best friend to Major.
He's much nicer than me. Like, it's nice to play an happy guy because I don't smile. I'm Babino.
Yeah.
I don't really get excited about much. And
You don't wear
Ravi's
sweaters?
Nope.
Never wears a sweater.
No, always t-shirts. Yeah.
Don't drop medical knowledge down.
Nope.
Usually, no. You'll usually quote geeky movies.
Okay, yeah, that's the geeky stuff's there, but yeah.
Yeah, you're a gamer though. Yeah. Oh, someone actually, Becky Jones asked, are you a gamer like your character?
Yes, I think that's our biggest similarity, aside from looking the same. I'm a gamer. That's the second biggest similarity. Everything. Right now,
everything?
Yeah, I mean, right now I'm doing The Witcher 3.
Heard really good things.
It's
it's
so
great.
good.
It's
I've
great.
been playing
It's
a lot
great.
on PlayStation 4. I need to get your PSN name as well.
Yeah.
Sorry. But also the hair and the beard, they're really important, more than anyone might realise. You recently had a haircut and everyone freaked out.
What?
Remember your beard and the hair? Like that's kind of like the staple part of Dr. Ravi?
Yeah, it is
more
now.
than people know.
Yeah, well, because he's meant to be well older, or he was supposed to be. I mean, like when I read the casting brief, I was 28, and I think they wanted someone in their mid-30s. So I kept a beard, and I brought it to the CW, but like CW are not they don't tend to have much facial hair.
That's why Green Arrow doesn't have his goatee.
Yeah, it's I don't know if it's a
Like a
conscious
Disney
decision,
thing?
but it's definitely there's a pattern. Like their actors tend not to have much facial hair, and I requested, like I was like, yo, I want to keep a beard for this dude. Like it's the look, and now I've sort of pioneered it on the network.
Oh,
Yeah.
and it's no big.
No big, whatever.
Yeah.
And now it's protected,
Wow.
properly protected. Like don't shave your beard. Like I shaved 3 months ago, and Diane was like, will it grow? I was like, yeah, like it'll be back in a month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But she already panicked, and we didn't even have a second season, and it was like Rahul shaved. But yeah,
Second season is coming. When can we expect that? How many episodes are we going to get? And can you kind of give us an idea of any story arcs that will be developed further? Have you seen any of it?
I haven't seen any of it.
Like the script?
I will be one of the last people to see it.
Right.
But
Really?
yeah, like right now. Okay, so the first one is it's coming to the fall.
Yep.
CW. That's
September,
autumn.
October?
Alongside the Flash, I think we're keeping our same. Everything's the same. It's at the moment it's for 13 episodes. We're working on them. That's it. We'll see what happens. The writers began breaking the scripts a couple of weeks ago, and we start filming in July in Vancouver.
Is Major going to
Wow.
have his shirt off again, or are other people in the cast going to also be removing clothing?
I hope not.
But you guys, if you're not watching iZombie, you should seriously check it out. You can watch it on Hulu and on CW.com, and it'll probably come to Netflix soon, probably. You should really check
at least
out.
before the first season, yeah.
Yeah,
No.
it's been a great run so far, but if we're all done, any final thoughts about iZombie, guys? About the finale? Anything you want to talk about?
I don't know. I thought the finale was kind of brutal. Like that last
I was
few
mad
minutes,
after.
Yeah.
There was torture in there. Can we just... And then a lot of death, murder,
And
like
he
mass
peed on
murder.
the floor, right?
Yeah.
That was great.
peed
Punching on the floor, yeah. I was convinced that Liv was going to have to come save him, and no, nobody needs to save Major.
And I just want to give a shout out to Buckley. He killed that scene, and it was one of the only times on the show I've been envious.
Wow.
I wanted Ravi to shoot that place up. As an actor, I just wanted to play that. Yeah, and he absolutely killed it. And he turned what could be a really boring, mundane ex-boyfriend, kind of stereotype into a quick-witted action.
We brought it up a lot that this show other shows should take note of how the love interest should be used because he's integral. He's important. He actually has something to do. He's not there to like criticize the protagonist or any other supporting characters. He has his own thing to do, and you're rooting for him for the most part.
And he's not just that forbidden fruit. That's like a lot of shows do that, where they just have the forbidden fruit. He was much more than that, and it's a credit to him and the writers.
But I feel like sometimes they go, let's hire I know I harp on about it, but let's hire a really hot guy, and that's all he needs to be, hot. And they've made him funny, they've made him sharp, they've made him hilarious.
But you know what that is? That's not them. That's them registering that Buckley's like that. Aww. You've met him. He's the funniest dude I know. He puts us all to... Like, I hate doing interviews with him because...
But the first time I interviewed him,
he just makes me look so unfunny, and like he's just so sharp, and I tend to get super quiet.
That makes me kind of mad because he's also attractive and he's talented, so now he's funny and like that.
And he will come around every Wednesday to my flat, and he's got new comics. Wednesdays is when you need to come around.
You creep.
The last time I ran into him was in a comic book shop, and I was like, come on, buddy.
I don't want to put out his location, but he can be found in various comic book shops around Los Angeles on Wednesdays.
God,
sorry, Bucks, if you get mobbed.
I can't be mad at him.
For those who care, I also can be found in comic shops on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
But
it says DJ is really into Rahul, bro crush.
Oh, that's cute.
Aww.
Aww.
Start shipping them, please, in the comments and on
Twitter.
Twitter.
What would our ship name be?
Huh? DJ
Rajay. Oh, but that's kind of the same, isn't it? Raja.
Dejul.
Figure it out. Dejul's kind of cool.
Dejul. Oh, that sounds like a fragrance.
It's not that sexy, but it could work.
Pour homme. Dejul. Intimacy.
Oh wow, he's getting into it.
That sounds like
but guys,
major.
Moving on. Don't forget, guys, we're on iTunes. Don't forget to rate and review and do all that stuff that Matt Lieberman says every week. Also, we want to start moving on talking about news. And some of the biggest news that came out today was that the villain for Doctor Strange was announced, and the actor's name is something that
Chiwetel Ejiofor.
That's why.
That's the
Ejiofor.
Ejiofor.
Ooh.
Chiwetel
Ejiofor.
Adewale Nope, I'm not even going to try that one. That one I spent like at least 10 minutes trying to say that over and over again. But yeah, he was announced to be playing Baron Mordo.
Yep.
Mordo for Doctor Strange. I'm very excited about that. He was in 12 Years a Slave. He was in other movies.
American Gangster.
My favorite role is, and you know, he's actually one of my favorite villains I've ever seen in a movie, and that was for Serenity when he played.
He's really good in Serenity.
He's flawless because he's basically, you know how like in the Dungeons and Dragons scheme you've got like lawful good. He is chaotic good. If that makes sense.
His character is
lawfully chaotic
in that movie.
So he's literally taking out murder orders for like the greater good, and he really believes this to be the right thing, even though he's killing people ruthlessly.
And he also understands that he's a bad person.
Yeah,
in that
that's
movie.
why he's chaotic lawful.
Yeah.
Which is unheard of. No one's chaotic. Usually your villains are just horrible and you're made to hate them.
Yeah, not to be... The only reason I'm kind of bummed we didn't get a Serenity sequel is the way Whedon does things. I'm convinced that he would have joined the crew, and everybody would have hated him, but he would have still been a part of the crew.
Yeah, I get you.
And
Whedon?
that would have been fascinating. Yeah, it was Serenity's Whedon. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, completely blanked out on that.
Firefly movie.
Yeah, but what do you guys think about him cast as a villain for one movie?
Well, he's not technically the villain.
Yeah, they said they're changing it up a little bit.
Well, that's like what they're doing already with the casting of Tilda Swinton. That was like my go-to face for her. She's playing a character that is a male Tibetan monk, isn't it? Yeah. And so I think with Chiwetel, they're doing the same thing where they're combining a few characters, and he's going to be playing sort of like a number of roles as an amalgamation together. So it's not necessarily the nemesis, but one of the characters that is kind of sucking in is the Nemesis. So I think he's playing a couple of different roles from what I understand.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, Chiwetel?
I think he's one of the best actors to come out of Britain.
Really?
I think he can do anything.
No.
I'm excited for him. I hope he gets utilized a little bit more because Doctor Strange is a one-off, and he'll be integrated into other Marvel movies. And I don't feel like the other actors they're going to be using in this movie will also be spread out. So it's just like someone who's so talented, not being utilized, kind of like Idris Elba. Like he's Thor's sidekick. Like it's not like it's not fair to his talent. He could be used so in any other way. I don't know.
Sometimes they don't want to be.
True.
Sometimes it's nice for some actors do want smaller roles for whatever reason. The bigger the role is not always the most attractive.
Yeah.
True.
It does show the caliber of actor that they are getting for this. So already Benedict Cumberbatch. Cumberbatch.
Pervert.
I can't help it. I'm so sorry. His name is forever tarnished in my mind. But you've got him playing Doctor Strange and then Chiwetel in there as well. It's like, and Tilda. It's like, whoa, this is like A-list cast happening here. This is like strong talent.
I was a little nervous because the director has worked only on horror films before, so that's kind of a cool horror.
I told you about that word and it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Horror. She says that that Americans say horror. Like horror.
Yeah.
Just horror.
Every time they talk about horror, I'm like,
oh. But he's only worked on like Insidious and Sinister. Thank you. And so I'm a little nervous, but hey, it could be a cool twist on a Marvel film.
That's cool because Sam Raimi was not,
primarily Evil Dead stuff. Yeah,
and then he did, and I thought he did a great job on Spider-Man 2.
I still haven't seen Darkman. I really want to see that.
Darkman?
Yeah.
Peter Jackson.
As
in another person
horror,
who did Frighteners and stuff, and then.
Yep. I'm interested. I think, the one they've said that they kind of want this to be their Marvel's equivalent of a horror movie, which probably won't resemble a horror movie that much.
No.
But it's interesting because Baron Mordo in the comics typically works for Dormammu, he's like a devil figure. He's one of the many devils that run around the Marvel universe. So it wouldn't surprise me if he plays more of like a Loki role, where he kind of helps and kind of hinders, but then there's a bigger bad. Just by the way they're talking about it.
But they said that they're focusing more on like a quantum mechanics kind of scientific take on Doctor Strange.
No, don't do that.
That's what they've said, though. So I don't really know if you involve the devil into this Marvel universe landscape.
But you already have like the 9 realms and alternate universes and whatever. So having a giant flaming evil guy.
Flaming as in actually on fire, or flaming as in hello guys?
No, actually on fire. Like his head's on fire and stuff.
I don't know. Marvel's getting very progressive at the moment.
Are they though?
Oh wait, hold on.
A step in the right direction.
Black Widow.
Yeah.
Need I say more? The A on the cup.
No, people gift that really quick. Yeah, the Black Widow hasn't been getting proper representation and merchandising and whatnot. And we have a mug from the Avengers, and it has all your favorite Avengers: Thor, Hulk, Iron Man, Captain America, and then the A.
Okay.
We prepared earlier. Here they are.
All of them.
Hulk, the A.
Is there nothing
Captain
underneath?
America.
Nope. No Hawkeye, no Black Widow.
So yeah, I take it back.
Whoops. But speaking about the Avengers, there was a fun, there were fun posters, at least I enjoyed them, for Ant-Man, with Ant-Man like sitting on Iron Man's shoulder, he's sitting on the shield, sitting on the hammer. Yeah. That's fun. I don't know why people aren't more excited for Ant-Man. I'm so excited for this movie.
Because at one point, Edgar Wright was directing.
Yeah.
And we all got excited for that movie, and it will never be that movie.
But Paul Rudd is
great.
Brilliant, and like, I think I'm looking forward to Ant-Man.
And fortunately for him, we already know that he's going to be an Avenger or Captain America Civil War.
Yeah.
So no matter how this movie does, he's at least
going on,
moving forward.
He's doing something with the character.
The thing that Paul Rudd will bring to it, no matter what, is his comedic timing, and he's very, very funny, and he kind of has this effortlessness when he delivers that comedy as well. So I think that's almost what Ant-Man needs, because it's about a dude that shrinks
and talks to ants. And rides ants. Like, he rides flying ants. They showed him a new trailer. Yeah.
But even when he says in the trailer, like, there's something about Ant-Man, I didn't pick it, or something. There's something about the name, distancing himself from the name. I was like, oh, this is perfect. Paul Rudd's going to make this work. Hopefully, he can sell the ridiculously. I like it.
Yeah.
That's fun. Speaking about casting and superheroes and whatnot, we found out that Asa
playing Batman?
Asa
Butterfield, he's not going to be Spider-Man.
No, last time we brought this up on Superhero Roundup, there was like pretty much signing the dotted line, guys. Spider-Man is Asa Butterfield. Get to know this guy. He's in Ender's Game. It doesn't matter anymore.
Nope.
Because it's not even happening. The three that are in talks, and it's only down to these three.
It's Matthew Lintz, Charlie Plummer, and Tom Holland, and you know none of them.
Get your Google out. Have a little tinkle around, because when you do, you'll realize that only one of them is 19, and the rest of them, I don't think any of them have finised high school.
Or can drive.
No.
So, like, I don't know what they're planning to do on the set.
Definitely have never needed to shave their face.
One of them's from Boardwalk Empire, but I don't know what character. I want to say maybe... no, all the characters just left me. The son of...
What's the name of... I don't really read much Spider-Man, but... As I understand it, Peter Parker's done, and it's a mixed race kid.
Miles Morales in the Ultimate Comics.
In the Ultimate,
yeah,
let's just do that now.
So it's amazing.
We've had Tobey Maguire, we've had Andrew Garfield. We should do that.
Well, I also don't know. Like people are like, why not Miles Morales? Why not just make Peter Parker black? Does it matter? Does anybody
Johnny
really
Storm
care?
is.
People connect
I tell you
with
what,
Miles.
I when I hear people that talk about that, like Bond and things like that, I'm always like, okay, that's cool, but I mean. I wouldn't want to be the first actor to do it.
That's
the backlash, like, geez, like, I mean, Idris might survive Bond, the backlash, but like, I don't think, I don't like that token gesture of just, we'll have that, that's progression. I don't like that. Start at the source.
The amount of times you have said that you want to play Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah, but it would never happen, but it has to start at the source is what I'm saying. Like, Ian Fleming wrote that book, James Bond is described in a certain way. I'm kind of like, I'd rather not take that. I'd rather new writers and people who come up with new properties like J.K. Rowling write with ethnic actors in mind or ethnic characters, start at the source, then we wouldn't have this.
Well, that's kind of the frustrating thing is why is it even that Miles Morales is another Spider-Man? Like, why is he a new original character? Because that character doesn't sell. You create a new character, it doesn't have the cachet of a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But at this point, companies like Marvel, they can tell us what we like. The marketing campaigns and everything. You will like that. They made Guardians of the Galaxy popular almost sheerly through force of will, of deciding that everybody. But because before that movie, even anybody saw a screen of it, they were amped on it. And it was the marketing of the thing. So you can create new interesting characters that are of all ethnicities, all genders.
Why can't we have an Asian Spider-Man? There was a series that was called Spider-Man.
Oh wait, I read about that. Is the robot, right? The mech? Yeah, he's great. Oh, sorry,
What's it called?
Spider-Man. That's what it's called. Spider-Man.
That's awesome.
No, she's great. No, like I would like Miles Morales to show up. I'd like a little like.
What is it? Childish Gambino? What's his name?
Yeah, no, he's based off of Donald Glover.
Yeah.
It's the other frustrating thing is Marvel's revamping their entire comic book line, the new Marvel universe. And so Miles Morales is around as Spider-Man, but so is Peter Parker. Yeah. Why? Just let Peter Parker go and go with something new and just move on.
Don't be scared.
It's not Spider-Man's not working.
Yeah,
for me,
the third try.
This is like Andrew Garfield was supposed to be this new generation. We've cast this guy. He's going to do this for you. Nope.
No.
Nope.
Did you see Amazing Spider-Man 2?
I a bit on the plane and I was out. But like, it needs reinventing.
Yeah.
Well, you know what we need though in the Marvel universe? Another young white man.
Yeah.
Yay. Speaking of white men, John Bernthal was cast as Punisher for season 2 of Daredevil, which sounds awesome.
Is he
Hispanic?
Latin American or something?
No, well, then I'm an asshole.
Segues can be difficult.
Yeah, no, that's not my forte, but I'm pretty excited about that. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
He was great in Walking Dead.
He was great in Walking Dead. Yeah, he was my favorite character.
You guys watch Walking Dead?
Mm-hmm.
Just a bit of it.
Can I skip the first season and get into it?
No, the
first season's the best season.
Oh,
the
pilot was so boring for me.
Season.
6 eps you got.
Wait, you don't like the pilot? Then you'll not like Walking Dead.
Yeah. Pilot's, I thought it was strong.
Yeah, Walking Dead is so unique in that the pilot is one of its strongest episodes. That's almost true for no other show ever.
Well,
it's not for me.
Do you have like an affinity with Walking Dead because there's zombies in it?
No.
But it's the...
Hey!
I mean, with the Punisher, that character, again, Thomas Jane, like it needs to be done properly. But when I heard Tom Hardy had went on an interview and was like, that's the character I want to play. Because they asked him about why he was not in Suicide Squad, and he was like, I'd like to play Punisher. Yeah. That got me excited.
Yeah. Because the Punisher is a really tough nut to crack because he's not, the only word I can think of, and this isn't right, but one note. He's all about murdering bad guys. and there's not. It's difficult to
layer him and
make
him,
more of that. Tom Hardy would be great at that because watch Mad Max. He's good at the strong silent type.
Yeah, because his accent was so terrible that they're like, maybe don't talk.
Yeah. What was up with the accents in that movie? Because
It went
Charlize
everywhere.
Theron had an English, an American accent.
They're doing something. My heart broke. Have you seen Locke with Tom
Yes.
Hardy? I don't know what. I love him, and I never.
Put your
love
mother on the phone. Put her on the phone.
Yeah, it was awful.
Put her on.
Like, yeah.
But he's
It's him
not,
in a car the entire movie.
He's not Irish, Scottish?
No, he's just for no reason. His family are played by English people, and then
Yeah,
he's
that's
just
right.
got a
Hello,
Welsh
Dad.
accent. Yeah, and he's like,
Right, hello.
yeah, it's insane. It's I wrote it in red letters. It's just.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
He's like, put your mother on the phone. What are you
That's
doing?
it. You nailed it.
I'm glad they didn't make you take an accent for iZombie because rarely, if ever, does it work.
He's actually not from London.
Yeah, I'm
That's
actually
an
from New Orleans.
Oh,
and,
really?
Yeah.
Well, then you
and
kill
I'm
it.
just,
You
I'm still
kill
doing
it.
it now because otherwise people will. I'm like Christian Bale. He does his interviews in his accent.
In his
character.
accent,
Yeah.
which is super confusing when you're a 15-year-old just getting into Batman because of those movies, and you're like, what is up with this guy, and why does he have a different accent every interview?
Really? Yeah, Christian. But what's his
Christian
real
Bale's
voice
Bale's
sound
from
like?
he's from Wales.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's
Yeah, it's
Welsh.
not American.
Yeah.
you didn't know that? There's a lot of things I'm realizing today.
Just really quickly, someone called me out for being racist. I was actually advocating for an Asian person, and Subaru-Man is actually what it's called. That's
Yeah.
what the series is. So I wasn't being horrendous in any way.
No,
and it
it's
was in
not.
Ready Player One, which is where I learned about it because he gets the mech, the leopard mech from.
Yeah,
anyway.
the name is from Leopard or something.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with spiders at all. It's just a giant
But the enemy
robot.
is Marvel, so
Yeah.
it's based on the Marvel series. It was just adapted, I think, in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yep.
Diversity.
Yay.
Cool. Moving on.
If anything, just call me racist because of the John Bernthal thing. But
Yeah, no, but I think John Bernthal isn't necessarily like it's not like Tom Hardy being cast, but he'll do a
Someone
good
said,
job, and it's cool that Punisher's in there.
yeah, of course. Did you guys? What
That's the
happened?
same person that called
Is it when I said I was from New Orleans? Someone said I thought you were from India.
in capital letters.
Okay. Well, thanks
well.
for that.
No.
Well,
Geography.
yay! What did you? Have you guys seen what is that Leo DiCaprio movie? He does a lot of coke.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Thank you.
John Bernthal's
Yeah.
really good in that.
Yeah, he's great in that. That's what made me got
he's
excited.
brilliant in that.
Yeah, the thug he gets arrested. He was
Yeah.
amazing in that.
Yeah.
So that made me excited for Punisher.
Yep.
Don't know what they're going to do with him in a whole show because Punisher is a mainstay in the Marvel universe, and I hope he's not just sidelined for Daredevil.
I
Yeah.
think it's better this way because, like you were saying, the problem with Punisher is he can be one note.
Yeah.
And having him come in on Daredevil is a great tester.
Yeah.
True. So that'd be kind of cool to see him in Infinity War too.
Alexander
popped up there.
Swaler said that you make a great Flash.
No, Grant makes a great Flash.
What's he
He
like in
does.
real life?
I'd be.
I secretly hope that your show takes place in the same universe as those shows, and that they'll pop over in Seattle, or you'll pop over to one of those cities.
I highly doubt it. We're Vertigo at the end of the day.
I
We're
know,
not.
but, like,
it's
you know.
it's yeah, we're not. It's I get we're a family in a way, but no, I don't think it's shared universe.
Dang.
Yeah.
That would have been really cool. But you
It's
met
still be
Grant?
that way in my mind.
You met Grant?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, a few times. He's
Single? What was that, Sam?
I don't know. That was
together.
This is
I'm
mine and
sorry.
Maud's whole relationship is like you trolling for anyway. Is Buckley? What's Buckley? Yeah, no, he's absolutely lovely. Really nice guy.
That's really cool. I'm a big fan of them. Flash.
Last bit of news that we've got here is there's more Suicide Squad leakages. Can we just...
Who saw that
Guys,
coming?
DC.
Someone needs to lock.
Yeah.
That's my company. That's who I work. They need to lock that set down.
No, David Ayer took to Twitter. He's like, "Don't worry, guys, we're going dark. You won't see a single one." Next day, 20 new ones came out with like
Although,
Catan and
the
everything.
one of Ben Affleck, because I love the Batman suit. I'm a Frank Miller fan, so I love the look of
So
it.
for
Did
you,
we-
it's right on point.
Oh, is this for Batman v Superman, though?
No, that he was
Wait,
snapped. The
did we
best picture
need
they
to
got of his
know?
suit was in Suicide Squad.
But did we need to know that so soon? for
I didn't
Suicide
want to know it.
Squad?
I didn't want to know
That
it.
would've
But
been
they had the
best-
Batmobile driving down the street.
It's not
during
subtle at all.
filming. Yeah, they're not hiding it.
No. I honestly
just
think
wanna be
that might be the
surprised.
first 5 minutes of the movie. Is Joker getting captured, roll the Suicide Squad logo.
But instead of
and
me
now we're
watching it
into
going, "Oh my God, Batman," I'm like, "Oh, there it is.
No.
That's where they use it." Okay.
You're just waiting now.
See
You're
the
just waiting to
difference?
see the things that were leaked.
There's just like there's a tick list of things that they're like, all right, do we know what the whole squad looks like? Yes. Do we know what the Joker looks like now? Yes. Do we know that Batman's in it? Yes. Do we
But
know
I'd
what
have
common?
loved if the Batman was slightly different, because I remember reading a comic book, the Penguin one, where it's from Penguin's point of view, and I can't remember, Buckley gave it to me, but like the way that they refer to Batman and when he's in frame, he's kind of, it's a skewered vision of it from a villain's point of view. And he's far more menacing and a bit of a dick. I guess in a way, yeah. And like, I'd have loved if Suicide Squad, obviously this is about them, if Ben was hopefully doing something different from Batman v Superman. Like a perception thing. This is from a, having a look at him from a different mirror or whatever.
No, that would be cool because the DC is all about doing something different from Marvel. So that would have been a cool take on it. But we were talking about that Common was seen on set with a bunch of tattoos and a red goatee. So people are speculating that he is, or they're pretty sure that he is the Tattooed Man. Villain from DC Comics.
I mean, it could be. I feel if it feels like he's got a bunch of tattoos. He's tattooed, man. I mean, he could be. He could still be Black Manta, just out of costume. For all we know,
he wears a helmet. He could just reveal it and just have tattoos everywhere. What we've seen is that he's got a bald head. He's got an eye in the middle of his forehead, and is it a dragon or a serpent coming down his head? Yeah. And if it is Tattoo Man, then the tattoos come to life because that's not corny at all.
They did that.
Tattoo Man is a cool character. All right, he's sometimes an anti-hero. And his tattoos give him power, and it's pretty dope.
So that means I have a real Triforce, and I can activate it.
If you were Tattooed Man, if you were Tattooed Man,
this flash symbol that it makes me turn into the.
If you were Tattooed Man.
I mean, because of my mum tattoo.
You turn into your mom.
Pretend like he's not a nerd. We just shot something with him recently where you guys talked for 30 minutes about Star Wars.
Yes.
On top of a 20-minute episode.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. It's all good. But you're outed as a nerd, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I was never in the nerd closet.
Dark.
No, you're out and proud.
And the last little bit of sad DC news is that Matt Ryan tweeted that Constantine, they're tearing down the mill.
Yeah.
I don't know what the name of it is, but the little hideout for Constantine. So the show is officially dead. It's dead as a doornail. It's dead, and I'm sad, and it's dead.
I'm not sad because I am hopeful that Matt Ryan will show up as Constantine in Arrow and Flash. Because
he keeps calling the character Constantine.
Because that's the way you pronounce it.
Isn't it Constantine?
In the shows, it's Constantine. In the comics, they go out of their way several times to say it's pronounced Constantine.
How does that come up?
Is it Ra's al Ghul or Ra's al Ghul?
I don't think it's either. From what I understand,
it's actually when I hear Ra's.
Ra's al Ghul.
I'm the same way. Is it because of the Batman? No, because in the animated series, it was Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah,
but it bothers me.
In the video games, in the Arkham, it's Ra's.
Yeah.
In the films, it's Ra's.
Doesn't seem right.
My problem in Arrow is there was inconsistency. So during the same sentence, Ra's calls himself Ra's, and then he's like, Raz. And it's like, that's the same scene. You guys are talking about the same person.
We have an iZombie problem with my name because everyone says, I say Ravi, and I say Chakrabarti, and everyone says Chakrabarti. I play the character. I say my own character's name wrong, and I'm never saying it right.
Say Ravi. Say Ravi.
Don't like it. It's Ravi.
It's not. It's Ravi. I would say Ravi, and we have the most similar accent out of everyone here.
Yeah, Ravi. Yeah, Ravi. But you said vitamins earlier.
Yeah, it's vitamin.
How do you say it?
It's
vitamin.
It's vitamins.
What?
It's vitamins.
I'm a dumb American. I can't keep up with this.
The creators behind Arrow said that anybody who's not a part of the League of Assassins refers to it as Raz. And anybody that is part of it refers to it as Raish. So maybe that's the same thing with you're the one pronouncing it right, and everybody else has a different accent and is getting it wrong.
That's a way of looking at it.
Watch this, everyone. Take note. Say my name.
Maud.
Maud.
Maud. Wait. No, I want to get this right now. So it's
Maud.
Wait.
Like closer to Maud.
Where does Frodo have to take the ring?
Mordor.
Yeah. Now halve it.
Mord.
No, but lose the R. He's pronouncing the R. Mord. All right, we can go on about this for hours. No.
Yeah, I like Mord.
We're going to use the last 10 minutes to go around the group and talk about our most anticipated things coming out this summer in terms of superhero, whether it's movies or TV shows or whatever it is.
We have Ant-Man, July 17th. Fantastic Four remake, August 7th. And then in ABC News, they said that the premiere for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is September 29th, along with other things that are not superheroes. So which of these things are you guys most excited for?
And that's actually our question of the week, and we should have tweets about it.
You guys should really hop over to Twitter, please. Hashtag #SHRoundup. Send us your questions and tweets and whatnot. But overall, I'm excited for Ant-Man, and I wish more people were more excited for it.
I'm with you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I need everybody out there to listen to this. Please support me on this movie.
Other than Ant-Man, what are you excited for?
Arkham Knight.
Really?
Yes. 2 weeks from now.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
What were your thoughts on Origins?
Didn't like it. Well,
It was a different studio.
it was okay. I mean, it was
step
a step back, but I'm a bigger fan of Asylum than I was of City.
Really?
Which I'm like on
Interesting.
my own with that for some reason. Like I loved Asylum. City I thought was decent.
What
but-
held back City for you?
What held it back? Too many villains.
There was a lot of
I thought they
villains.
really piled it up.
They did.
Yeah.
They really piled
Everybody
on the
they
rogues
forgot
gallery.
or like showed in the background of Asylum, they just threw in there.
Yeah, and it was like with Asylum, you get Zaz, and you got like little tidbits here and there, and then when you would find the Riddlers, like there was little homages everywhere to like Bane and stuff. Whereas this one was like, well, just show them all.
Yeah.
But for me, the like comic book wise, or comic book related, I guess Arkham Knight's been my 2015 thing.
I played it at E3 last year.
Show off.
Wait, the new one? Wait, you played Knight?
All right. Well, Jim Lee said that he was going to send me a copy, so how about I top that?
He wins.
Well, my my
wins.
GameSpot guy said he might reserve a copy for me, so not to brag or anything.
He might reserve. I've already
Yeah.
paid the money, but he might reserve it for me.
I'm paying full price. Yeah, he's not giving me a discount or
Yeah.
anything like
Hey,
that.
guys, if you are watching this live right now, click that thumbs up button. Let's see if we can jack that right up because we have a guest in today, and that's pretty amazing. And this is just showing how much you appreciate that, and so we can be like, yay.
Yeah,
that's
so we'd be like,
awesome.
yay.
But I think maybe a good question, especially in the chat right now, what are you more excited for, Ant-Man or Fantastic Four?
Ant-Man.
Which one are you more looking forward to, which
Yeah.
less, and why?
Is anybody
Is
looking
anyone
forward-
looking forward to
Yeah, leave it blank. Just said fantastic, and then you got Alexander saying it as well. I think you guys could be surprised.
Actually,
I just
please
think-
quickly tweet at me how many people are thumbs up for Fantastic Four, thumbs down, because I would honestly like to know SH Roundup,
I
because
just think Fantasy Four sucks from the source.
Fantastic
Oh, I
Four doesn't look like
disagree
it's got
with that.
any humor in it at all.
Maybe I haven't delved into it enough.
I'm
Just-
of the opinion that there are no bad characters, just bad writers. And that was proven to me when I read a little bit of J. Michael Straczynski's Thor run, because I was convinced Thor was bullshit.
Thor is pretty boring.
And again, but not if he's written well. The problem is the movies have not been that good. So Fantastic Four could be set in the 60s, give it some of that sense of wonder, basically give it what
Whoa, people are flooding that quickly.
you gotta strip it down to figure out what made it popular in the first place and rediscover that for a new generation. And I think making it dark and gritty is not the
No, because it's
secret.
fun. It's
It's supposed to be
Stop
fun.
making it gritty.
Honestly, Marvel would do a really good job with it because their current tone, would fit what Fantastic Four is. Honestly, if they had the rights to it, other than the tail end of season 2, most of the tone of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that tone would be perfect for
Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
You guys know
Not
that they're
bad.
already working on a sequel for Fantastic Four?
Come on.
Sorry to break
course
it.
they are.
Yeah.
But aren't they always like? And then
matter
the phone
what.
call comes down later, like, well, maybe we should.
Yeah,
like,
stop writing the script
Yeah.
because it's not happening.
So you got Ant-Man or Fantastic Four.
Ant-Man or
How
Fantastic
about
Four?
Black Panther? When's that out?
That
That's 2
is
years from now.
I don't even
God,
think
I
it started
want that.
filming.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah.
that.
Everybody wants that. That seems so cool. Chadwick, right?
Chadwick Boseman, which
Yeah,
I'm probably pronouncing it wrong.
I'm sorry. I'm bad at it. Oh,
Yeah.
but Ant-Man by far. You got Paul Rudd.
Well,
You got
comparatively.
yeah, Michael Douglas. Oh, but I mean, the actors that are in Fantastic Four aren't bad. Miles Teller's good. I like
Yeah.
him. Kate Mara, I've always had a
Michael
crush
B.
on.
Jordan's
Michael B.
a
Jordan.
fierce actor.
Have you seen Fruitvale Station?
No.
Oh wow,
on
they
Netflix.
just got it
Seen
on Netflix.
The Wire.
Yeah.
When he was a
no.
kid. He
Yeah,
was
very.
incredible.
It's funny how I watched The Wire after everybody was talking about him, and it's he's not in it that long.
Oh,
He's not in it that long, but he's really good in it.
He's brilliant.
Yeah,
He's brilliant.
I get so much satisfaction. I'm glad I watched that show later because whenever a character leaves, you're like, oh, at least you get work. At least I know you're in other
Yeah.
other things.
Uh-huh.
It's not the last time I'm seeing you.
Did you see him in Creed?
no.
He's playing Apollo Creed's son.
Son in that.
And
which-
Rocky's training him.
Really?
It's a spin-off.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's Michael
Really?
B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone.
That's cool.
I saw
Wow.
a picture of Stallone training B. Jordan in one of the, like they leaked one of the
sounds so
pictures.
cool.
It just
Yeah.
looked
Is
awesome.
he
Yeah.
building up
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Because he, lean?
Is he single? Is he?
No.
I was gonna ask.
Do you want
She
me
was
to ask
kinda
out
asking
Michael B.
about
Jordan
that.
for you as well?
We got a list. I'll slide it to you later. Okay, so four
I'm not
people
on
in
that list.
Fantastic
No.
Four
Always a bridesmaid.
can't be as good as one person in Ant-Man. That's what I'm hearing. 4 is not as good as 1.
I don't know about that, but like it's just there's so many things piled up against Fantastic Four right now. I think I'll just be pleasantly surprised when I go into the theater.
Yeah.
Kind of like you just set your expectations so low. There's no way they can get lower than that. I think that's what I'm going to do for Fantastic Four. It'll be better than that.
That's kind of the way I went. I actually had to watch Amazing Spider-Man 2 for this channel, and my expectations were so low that it was not terrible.
That's the thing.
It
That's
wasn't
what
the complete train wreck I
This is going to
expected.
be revolting, and then you come out going, that wasn't as shit as I thought it would be.
So I watched it one time, and then I hated it. I went back with a friend who was excited about it, and their excitement made me like it a little more. And that didn't make it good. It just made me enjoy it just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. The chemistry between Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone.
That's the best part.
Oh, that was beautiful. That's what freaking Padme and Anakin should have had.
Yeah.
And they were bonking.
Oops.
Hi! Anyway, that's movies that's coming out in the next couple of weeks. What about the TV shows that are coming out? Sam, you've got some information about a TV series that's got a release date now, don't you? Maybe answer that question now.
Oh, but
please.
We'll talk about that later. Over time, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. comes out in this fall in September 29th, and I'm
All our
excited
shows come
about
back
it.
in fall. Which, by the way, we've talked about this, but this podcast is going to keep going through the summer.
Oh, just so you guys know, don't worry. We're going to be coming back. We're going to be talking about the movies that come out, just overall superhero-y news
Maybe
and
throw in
updates.
a little bit of games stuff
would be
because
fine.
superheroes.
Well, especially with E3 coming up next week and Arkham Knight coming out the week after that.
Yeah.
Like, we need to be...
And we're attending E3.
Oh, so are we?
So are you.
Yeah, I would very much like to play Arkham Knight,
probably
please.
not.
I wasn't just inviting myself to come and chat about games.
Oh, here we go.
If you want it.
But if you want to come in,
if you want to,
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind it. I would at all. That'd be kind of fun. But you guys excited for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Anybody out there?
What season are they up to now?
That would be season 3.
Sorry. Oh, God, did I look like I cared?
Oh.
when does it air? On Tuesdays, right?
Tuesdays.
At what time?
I believe it'd be like 9 o'clock.
Nah, there's a better,
much better
comic book show on CW at that time.
There
Oy, there it is. I actually usually
dang.
only reserve that as well when I'm talking about sport. It kind of felt weird doing it with like my own
wheelhouse.
genre. Yeah.
That wasn't fair. You guys should
Hey, you know what?
check it out
You
on
can-
Wednesdays.
You can check it out on Hulu.
Yeah, you can watch.
Check
That's
out
what I
Agents of
do.
S.H.I.E.L.D. on Hulu.
Watch iZombie. Then the next day, when you're bored, watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's not terrible. It's not Gotham. Gotham comes back too, and I don't want to talk about that show, but we will end up having to talk about that show because of the nature of this TV show.
Yeah, but by then I'll
gosh.
already be dead. Yeah. Bam, 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 bam. So going, I am already dead. Join me anytime.
Chills.
Oh, that was sweet.
Have you read the comic that your show's based off of?
Yes, I have.
And if you have not, I'm sorry, I just punked you into before saying this.
I have read them. Yeah, I wasn't too sure when we were filming when I was doing character research, how closely we were sticking to it, so it made sense to
Check it out.
to check
It's
it out.
pretty different, but
It's out there.
yeah, I liked your little Were Terrier line.
That Ravi's a weird
MMOs,
terrier. Yeah, because you know what's funny? Like a lot of the comic book fans thought that, I guess because I'm nearly there, that I was a werewolf.
Yeah.
Or that I was
So
because
the weird-
it's basically because my cheeks don't have hair yet, so they were like, he must be playing the weird terrier.
Yeah.
Obviously.
It must be happening.
First thought,
But the
Were
writer
Terrier.
saw that there was a response to people assuming that I was going to be a werewolf.
Do you think the show will ever try to, not necessarily Were Terrier, but like, because it takes a more scientific approach to stuff like zombies and stuff, but that doesn't necessarily exclude other supernatural things, because you are dealing with zombies. Like maybe ghosts that are electric fields or something.
No.
I
from what I understand, I think zombies is it really. But then I don't want to say that. I mean, it can always change, but I don't think so. And I think Diane also said that, like, you know, being TV, being in the situation that we're in, if you wanted to make iZombie more kind of faithful to the comic book, you'd need a much bigger budget to pull it off, like a Were Terrier every week and a ghost and like
all that stuff.
We couldn't do it justice.
Maybe
It wouldn't
season
be fair.
5. You know, maybe
Maybe
season
if
5.
we're balling.
Have you wondered what you would look like as a zombie? Because they have white hair. Does that mean you would have a white beard? And
I would
you'd
look like
You'd look
like
like a
Santa.
Kodor a little bit.
Yeah, you maybe like a Santa with like
You look like a
trimmed up beard.
PC.
no, yeah, you know who I'd look like? I'd look like Colonel the KFC.
Oh, Colonel Sanders.
You're weird.
I don't see that.
I'm not handsome.
But are you watching any other superhero shows?
No,
You
no,
watch
I
any
am.
shows other than your own?
Yeah, sort of. I haven't watched The Flash.
We need to talk about that.
Because it's work.
No.
It's also the fact, it's like, you know what it is? I worked at a video game shop when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the UK GameStop. The last thing I wanted to do was play games.
Yeah.
When I working on a comic book TV show, the last thing I want to do is sit down and watch a comic book TV show. But I love Grant. I know the show's good, and I have seen a few episodes, and I will watch it. I also watched the show on our rival comic book company on Netflix exclusive. That show.
Oh,
That
well
one.
done.
I don't know what you...
That one, this one show,
There we go.
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah, I
You
watched
don't
that
have to
one.
say anything.
What'd you think about that?
It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Overall, it's pretty good.
So since you don't watch superhero shows, what do you like to watch?
I just
you got
play games.
Oh, there we
now,
go.
now that you don't work at the games.
No, I don't work at the game shop. I just play games.
20 years from now, when you're back working at the game shop, you'll start like...
Arrested Development. I've been
Nice.
digging into American comedy.
Yeah?
Because I came over here with the UK office is the best, Ricky Gervais is a god, and Buckley was like, we've got some good shows too.
Yeah.
Parks and Rec, we watched.
Parks and Rec is
Arrested
great.
Development.
Did you finish
Archer.
Parks and Rec?
No.
I couldn't get past the second episode.
Oh, well, to be fair, the first episode's crap. Everyone can
terrible.
agree that the
Yeah,
first
the characters
first
change dramatically.
Oh,
like,
God.
it's-
Okay, that's good.
becomes
She
genius.
changes completely.
Yeah. I came in third season.
There you go.
It's just worth it for Chris Pratt alone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's an amazing
And Swanson.
character.
I don't know the actor.
Ron Swanson.
And now that you've asked that, it's all left.
It's gone,
Nick
yeah.
Offerman.
Nick
Yeah,
Offerman.
Nick
Yeah, he's
Offerman's
amazing
great.
too.
Yeah.
But oh my god. Now I just want to go watch Parks and Rec. I'm probably gonna go do that and then go to sleep at bed like 8 o'clock at night. But
Let's call it that.
yeah. Any other final thoughts, guys? What are you most excited for? What did you like the most? What do you like about me? Did you want to compliment my shirt or anything like that?
I'm excited for our shows to come back.
I'm waiting for a giraffe pun, but it's such a hard one to get a pun. Like, oh, that was long necking it.
Guys, thank you so much for watching.
Wait, my poll list. What are you doing?
I'm a
What are you
dummy. Oh, the
doing?
DJ's got a poll list.
the
DJ,
hell?
And
please
your
do a
time
poll list.
starts
Yeah.
now.
Now.
All right. Oh, my notes. All right. So DC's changing up with Divergent, coming out with a lot of new stuff. Black Canary #1. Black Canary is now
looks great.
lead singer in a punk band called Black Canary. They did a little preview in some of their Convergent stuff, and it looks great. New Justice League America, new #1, drawn by Brian Hitch, who's
Yes,
a
please.
superstar in comics. So, and he's typically done Marvel stuff like Captain America, so it's cool to see him changing sides for a little bit. Over at Marvel, with their Secret Wars stuff, you've got Runaways, new #1. Runaways is a popular Marvel book created by Brian K. Vaughan, who writes Saga.
And that's one of your favorites?
Yeah, that's yeah. And then over at Image, you've got Southern Bastards #9, which is really great.
You
And
love that comic.
It's
You
really
love that
good.
comic.
It's really good. The last arc was not as good as the first arc, but it's really killer. And then Stray Bullets, Sunshine and Roses.
And over in Star Wars, guys, this is a spoiler if you haven't heard it, but we actually broke it like a week or a bit ago. Star Wars Episode 6, we know that Han Solo wasn't exact. You haven't read it yet?
No.
Oops.
Ooh,
How am I going
I
to
can
do
distract. Oh, do it. I read something and I need to mention it when you're done.
Okay, Han Solo wasn't as single as we thought during A New Hope.
Brilliant.
He was, in fact,
This is ridiculous.
I'm so sorry.
You already know how it ends up, so.
I'm
You already know how it ends up, though. So.
And she's
Oh, yeah.
very
Yeah,
attractive. So that was different, and that's canon now.
Someone just suggested that they shipped us.
Oh.
Where are we going?
Whoa.
They gave us a
we were being
relationship name.
shipped, and now.
Our relationship name is you're gonna
What is it?
Maul.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Darth Maul?
Is our
That's
ship
pretty
name.
good.
Maul.
Well, that has to happen.
That's pretty good.
That's
Sorry,
cute.
I'm sorry, Robert.
So you read comics. What are you reading?
I am reading. Oh God, what am I reading? Oh, I'm doing some.
comments.
These comments. I just raided DC's vault when we went over for a visit.
Nice.
Ooh.
So
That's cool.
I've been rereading. That's all I've been doing. So and it's all Batman.
Nice, you're a
I
Batman
took
guy?
every Batman. Yeah, I took everything Batman related, and I just read. And I'm going to reread it again because Black Mirror.
Yeah, very
Incredible.
good.
It's
Very
incredible.
good.
I'm
So
reading the
good.
new 52.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Buckley's a comic book fan.
No.
I am a Batman fan, which there is a difference.
My best friend is the same way. He's a Batman fan.
Yeah.
Like all he cares about is Batman. That's the only thing
he's
I can
given
get
me
him to
Saga.
read.
He's given me stuff, and I will read them. He's given me Black Sad, and I've read some of Black Sad, but I'm Batman.
Have you
for
checked
life.
out Batman Earth One? Jeff
No,
Johns.
I was
Highly recommend it.
done.
No.
I've heard great things about that. And speaking of Batman, I got a Batman picture right here because an awesome fan of the show actually sent us a really cool package. Her name is Amanda Passmore. She sent us a couple notebooks with some Marvel people on it.
Great.
2 comics, one from Secret Wars and then one from the Convergence run.
There's actually a few more comics that didn't make it past my desk.
Ooh,
Oh, you
DJ
stupid
stealing stuff,
lady.
huh? And they sent us a really cool comic book guy T-shirt
That's fantastic.
from The Simpsons.
Aw.
It's pretty
That's
cute.
awesome.
Thank you
so much,
that.
Amanda. That was really sweet of you. Guys, any final thoughts, anything like that?
Well, Raul, thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining us on the show. Where can people
Pleasure.
find you? And I know you're twitching as well. But you're on Twitter and you're on Instagram. Go on.
And Vine and
Oh, of
all
course,
the
fine.
apps. Tinder.
Definitely look at the Vine that you put up today, and you'll understand why he's crossing his arms and trying not to vomit.
Ooh.
You
Oh,
put
is
up
that-
the Vine.
Is there a Vine? Oh God, yeah. Sorry,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're welcome.
Hungover, yeah. Yeah, you can find me. I've got the same handle. It's just Rahul Kohli 13.
That's RAHULKOHLI 13.
Awesome.
So follow him on all that good stuff because he does tweet and talk about games a lot, if that's what you're about. And you also live tweet during iZombie, which is completely
Which is
irrelevant now.
Because the show's over. But thank you so much for coming on the show,
No,
guys.
pleasure. Thank
It was
you
a
for
lot of
having
fun.
me.
I hope you guys want to come back later because it was
Definitely.
really cool having you. Anyways, guys, I'm a huge nerd. I'm Sam Bash. Thank you guys so much for watching Superhero Roundup. Don't forget to like this video on YouTube and then go rate and review it on iTunes because that's how we get to do cool things and bring in more cool guests like Raul. I'm Sam Basher. You can find me on Twitter and Pinterest at Sam Basher. And you guys?
At Maud Garrett, pretty much on all of them. So just look up that.
Yep.
At DJ Talks Trash, same thing, pretty much on everything. So
Beautiful.
Very cool, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.